If this top card is a Zoro, you have to subscribe. Ah!
Card D Kaizoku.
Alright, you're tuning in to the finals of the Hokkaido Championship Series Season 2 tournament here. We're doing our unofficial live English commentary on it after a word from our sponsors. This video is sponsored by TCGX. Check out the brand new TCGX app. It lets you run your own local card shop. List your trade binder and instantly share it with friends nearby so they can buy and trade directly with you. Check out tcgx.gg to get started. This video is brought to you by Adakai TCG. Shop the latest in premium holographic textured custom One Piece cards. Designed for collectors, crafted to stand out. Use code Kaizoku for 15% off your next order. This video is sponsored by gumgum.gg. See the most up-to-date Eastern and Western deck lists on gumgum.gg, updated daily. Be the first to see deck lists for new leaders as they emerge. With over 1,000 deck lists per set, gumgum.gg has all the top strategies as soon as they drop. This video is sponsored by Card Market, Europe's largest online marketplace for trading card games. If this is the first video of the series you're watching, check out the other 2 rounds. Only 3 rounds in this tournament stream here, so it's going to be between an Ace and an Emu, I believe, right? So unless the Blue Purple Leafy beat the other Emu, maybe that's a spoiler. We'll see what ends up being his opponent, but this is the Ace we saw from the last round. So on your opponent's attack once per turn, you can trash a card from your hand and give it to one of your opponent's leaders or characters minus 2,000 power during this battle, and then down times 1 once per turn. When you take damage, or a character with 6,000 base power or more is KO'd, you draw a card. And it's going to be against Emu, because I don't recognize him. We saw the Blue Purple Leafy player. It looks like he got taken out by this guy. So Emu, under the rules of the game, you cannot include events with a cost of 2 or more from your deck at the start of the game. You can play up to 1 Marijoa type stage card from your deck for free, and then activate me once per turn to charge a card from your hand or a Celestial Dragons type character out on the board to draw a card. So yeah, this is exactly the same matchup we saw in the last video. I've seen these games before! Yeah, Squid Games reference in the big 2025. Wait, didn't it come out this year? So it's not too... Well, what is it? Weird way to shuffle. It's not that old of a reference, right? Is that a spoiler? No, right? That's like the main thing they advertise. Gi-hun is in the Squid Games again, because that's the whole point of the show. But yeah, what do you guys think of Squid Games for the 3rd season? It's going to be like in America, right? I think that's going to kill the show. That might be it for me. I don't know, because what if it turns into like an American style drama? I don't think I want that. I think what I liked about it was that it was a Korean style drama, you know? So Emu is going first. Ace gets his preferred curve. At least that's my preferred curve for Ace into Emu. Ooh, I saw a glimpse of the Ace's hand. Is pretty good. And then this Emu is like, oh my god. Okay, that doesn't look good. What's his hand? So you got stage that he can't play. 3k, 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 and then this is Mars? 6 sharp is Mars, right? Yeah, he's blinked out his card, so I might have some trouble recognizing the wealth here. I only know the cheapo 50-cent version of the cards. Well, Mars is not bad, but I think he wants to find like a Saturn at the very least, or some search events at the very least. That's the benefit of watching my videos. I can just bring up cards like this in English for you. This would be nice for cards we're unfamiliar with, but we're all used to OP13 by now, right? But EB03, if that was much more of an impact, you can imagine how useful it would be for me to be able to just bring it up on screen, right? Like if I wanted to bring up a Koala, the new one, I could show you, but Asabo has not made it to the finals yet. So the Ace's hand, searcher, 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 draw, draw. This is like the most flexible starting hand ever in the world. How do you not find what you need with this kind of hand? How do you? That's what we said about the Emu last game, but he never found his Mars until, oh, well, a little too late with the Mars, and then yeah, the 10 cost Elders, a little too late with that too. So it can happen. But you'd have to be very, very unlucky. Like, so unlucky that you'd get your 3k counters all in the same starting hand. Oh my god, how's this Emu gonna get around this? Does this Ace have like some magical power to make all the Emus low row? It's 2 in a row that he got gifted this amazing start compared to the opponent. Alright, so let's see how this matchup's gonna go. Traditionally, Ace has the slight advantage here, very slight. So it does cycle out the 1 cost stage, and then doesn't pick up a Shalria, so it just passes. Ace's 2 on turn is going to play 2 searchers. First searcher is going to be an Izo, which is an top 5 searcher for the Wiper Parts type. And then additionally, when your opponent attacks on subsequent turns, you can trash the Izo to cycle a card out of your hand. Very, very good hand fixing card. So what does he take? He takes, I think that was a Blockbeard? Yeah, it's the alt art. I should get used to recognizing it. I'm going to see it a lot. No, why was the Red Rock put on top of his deck? Did he knock it out by mistake? So he plays another Izo here. again. Top 5 search. Takes a Marco for this one here. He's gonna bottom deck 2 of his red rocks. Yeah, he doesn't need it in this matchup anyway. So, that's just about perfect, right? Everything's lining up for this ace. The 2 useless cards in his deck for this matchup are at the bottom of his deck. He's not gonna draw into it by accident. 59 yen. I like his name, actually. I hope he wins, just because I like his name. That's how I decide who's my favorite. Okay, plays the At Your Service event to search top 3 for a 5 Elders and then trash the rest. Oh, Celestial Dragon, sorry. Yeah, it's weird because this one searches Celestial Dragons, but this one searches 5 Elders in particular. So you have to remember, not everything is searchable in the deck. This one searches everything, this one only searches his buddies. Okay, passes with 2 down open? Nope, he's still not done with his turn. He uses leader ability. Like, he did his hand gesture like this, right? Which indicates like, okay, pass, but it was not a pass. He just did this for some reason. Here, I'll leave my hand that I drew on screen for you guys. I'll give it some detail. Okay, so swing 6 with his leader. And then that was countered with his leader ability. He got rid of a 9-cost Whitebeard for that. Okay, so he does swing 7. He did the hand thing too. I'm not going to draw more hands. I suck at drawing hands. So that was countered. And then he plays a Marco out, which blocker. And then on KO, you draw 2 cards. And then with the Dawn attached to leader, that would draw him 3 cards. But does not have a Dawn because he played Marco on curve. So here is where, for 5 Dawn, he cannot answer it just yet. He needs 1 more turn to play this Mars. Forgot his name for a second there. Okay, so this Emu like instantly fixes his hand. He has everything he needs. Not everything, but most of the things he needs. So does swing 6 here is countered 2k. So can just cheat out a Warkery here. Is that what was in his hand? 1 Dawn for Shalria. Shalria, top 3 searcher for Celestial Dragons type. But you do have to trash a card in the end, but then you use Emu's leader ability to just pop Shalria to draw a card. Oh, I see a 10 Elders and then a Meowscard. So what does he take? The Shirahoshi he cannot take. So it's either he takes a 10-cost Elder or a 2k counter. But that would mean 1 less 10 Elders to rely on. Right, he'd have 2 more in his deck somewhere. In this case, he's going for the 2k or not. I mean, there's a chance you may not see another 10-cost Elders for a while. If you need to do 3 of them. Like if the game drags out that long. You don't want your 10-cost Elders to be in your trash, right? And the Shirahoshi that could bring him back, also in your trash. Yeah, he's going for the security, takes it. This is his late game win condition, he needs these. That's pretty much all this deck does, is play this guy out. Over and over and over and over and over and over again. And then he'll use his leader ability to pop Shalria and draw a card. And pick up a Saturn that he needs so desperately? Doesn't look like it. So leader ability, oh not leader ability, stage. Oh, let me show what the stage does. So, oh he did find a Saturn. So the stage lets you rest 3 Dawn and then you can play out any 5 Elders from your hand equal to or less than the number of Dawn that you have. So it turns any of your 5 Elders into a 3-drop. And he did find one of the best early cards to play out, which is the Saturn. Lets you search top 5 for a 5 Elders type card. And it picks up the 4k counter event, which is going to be really good into the ace. Not right now though, he has no Dawn up. Red Dawn, red on black, not as good as the gold on black that we saw in the last game. It would match his hair too, so I wonder why he doesn't have them. Okay, so plays the Garp to search. So Garp is a searcher for the deck. If you're an ace leader or Sabo or Luffy, you search top 4 for a 3-cost or more. Any, no restriction. Does pick up the event, the Iron Whitebeard event, which is going to come into play next turn. So he probably should swing with the Marco just because it's going to get popped by Mars eventually. Ace does have a small hand right now though. If the Emu does not have 7 cards in trash, he could play Jozu, but he does. I count like 8. Oh yeah, another thing about the 5 Elders, in case this is the first time you're watching a One Piece game, is that all the 5 Elders, if you have 7 or more cards in your trash, they're immune from being removed from the field. So Jozu would do nothing there. But he could play Jozu to bounce 2 of his own things out. But it looks like he played a Searcher. Which one did he play? I missed it. I was trying to explain the 5 Elders to you guys. Plays a 3rd Izo. Picks up yet another I Am Whitebeard, a cost event. Swings 7 with Marco Polo. That's actually a real thing now. Or we don't really know who he is, but there's a Polo character now. So there's Marco and Polo. But we don't know if they're even related in any regard. Like kind of anything nautical theme, right? There's Davy Jones. All the famous pirates like Teach and stuff are in the show now. So 7 from leaders taken. I don't know any other sailors. Even Apu. Apu's like a famous Chinese sailor. Who else? No, my sailor lore is weak. Okay, plays that Otama. Dang, a lot of filtering, a lot of searching. Oh, he opts to get rid of the Izo instead of the Garp? I wonder why, because Garp can attack? But Izo can help you cycle a card later on, so I would assume that would be better. I don't know. Oh yeah, Otama, let me show you what that does. You draw 2 and trash 1 from your hand. But it's a 2k counter, right? So that's the trade-off of using it out. You can't counter with it. So Emu is at 7. Can finally play Mars, or as they like to call it, Kase. No, they call it Mars because that's his name. But Kase is what Mars is, the planet, in Japanese. So it uses the ability to play something for 3, and it's a Nostro. So this guy gets Rush. And if you have 10 or more cards in your trash, you can give minus 2k when he attacks. Does he have 10? It looks like more than 10. Looks like 12 actually, if he's playing it into piles of 5. Okay, so he's swinging, this is going to be 6 into 4, which kills it. That's not a 9, 4. Lets him draw 2 cards, and then Dawn on Leader makes it a 3rd card drawn. You could do 6 from Leader and 6 from the Saturn afterwards, so 6 from Leader. Could pop some of these Izos to filter his hand, but I think he likes what is in his hand. So just counter 1k. 6 from Saturn, counters 1k, okay. Passes the turn. Oh, nope, no he didn't. So he likes to do the hand thing to indicate leader ability. That's confusing. Okay, now he actually passes. That's gonna confuse me even more. Every time he does that, I'm gonna assume he passed the turn. So I apologize ahead of time. So does play Iron Whitebeard, which lets him play a 10 cost, or any Whitebeard character from his hand. So he opts to go for the 10 cost, which is this one. Right, gives you a 2-down discount. Additionally, on top of that, you can take a life and then give your leader plus 2k power to the end of your opponent's next turn, but he opts not to do that. Just plays this guy, which is a blocker, 12k blocker, and then on play you draw 2 cards and charge a card from your hand, and then you can put up to 2 rested Dawn cards in the leader or character. That's 4 Dawn you can shuffle around. And he's got 2 more Iron Whitebeards in hand. Yeah, the nice thing about it is that Ace can always turn this into a 2k counter, so it's not a brick ever. Okay, so he's got 2 Dawn onto leader, and he's only putting it on leader because nothing else can attack, right? This is 0k, 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 2k. So swings 8 at, looks like it was a Nostro. Now, Emu does have the defense to defend it right now for 4k. And yeah, the Ace is still a 6k base, so yeah, it would be a good idea to protect his characters. If he has a Jupiter right now, that'd be pretty sick. It makes all of his characters 7k bases. I forgot what he is as a yokai form. Is he the worm? He's a worm guy, right? Do I see the worm? I see bird. That's the most colorful one that I can recognize. I see the 10 cost elders here. I think this is Nostro, so he doesn't have Jupiter. Yeah, even they're bringing it up. I don't see this worm guy, unfortunately. But he is going to use the 1 cost event to try to find one. He can play it out for 3, the 7 cost. It would be huge if he can find it, because he needs it in his discard anyway eventually to bring it back with this guy. I think right now he has everybody but him, so he needs to find him. He didn't find him. He found another 10 cost though. He does take it, okay. He might have to do his first one without it, which is next turn anyway. He still has another turn to find it. But yeah, it would have been huge this turn because it would put a lot of pressure onto the A's. But nope, he has to swing 6k here, giving -2 to the new gate here, making him a 10k, which is still more than enough to block. So that's countered for 1k. And yeah, he's not going to play any more characters out just because he has to kill everything on his board next turn anyway to use his 10 cost holders. So 6 from the leader. What would he play out then? Maybe he just plays out a blocker just to stop an attack at the very least. Okay, that's countered for 1k as well. Yeah, he might just play out the Mars here. Right, Mars is the bird, I think. So leader ability, 3 Dawn. Plays out, oh, Nostro? No, oh, Workery. These look too similar. They're both the same color palette. But Workery is a blocker that draws him a card on KO. So, yeah, just defense up. It's a blocker either way. Hopefully he'll find the Jupiter off of the on KO. He also, did he leader ability? He could have cycled this Mars out to try to find it, I guess. He must have already did it. So another Iron Whitebeard into a 10 cost blocker. Lets him put 2 Dawn. Now he has another target he can actually attack with to put 2 Dawn on, if he does want to swing 14k. And then he's deciding whether to take a life or not. He doesn't. So draw 2, trash 1, and then this will be 8. This will be 14. It could be potentially a 5 from the Garp, actually. Yeah, it is a 5 from the Garp. Okay. So he puts 2 Dawn on it, and then puts another Dawn to make it a 5. Let me move Whitebeard out of the way. So 5, I think this is at Nostro, which does kill it. 8 at the leader, which he will block with Workery. Yep, and draws a card. Does he get the Jupiter? Nope. Then 14 at 12 at leader he takes Jupiter. Nope. Plays out an Ezo to replace the Garp. Or not? Yeah, you do, right? Ezo's like in limbo right now. Like, where am I going, Chief? Taking out the Navy's hero. Hero of the Marines. Garp of Marine. I've been watching a lot of Game of Thrones shorts on YouTube. He picks up yet another Blockbeard. So he can chain 3 in a row. Meanwhile, how many 10 costs have Emu played? None so far. But his first one is about to show up. Yeah, he might just have to go without the Jupiter if he didn't find one. Nope. Dang! So this is another Emu who didn't get every piece that he needed. Just like in the last game, this ace has some secret poison against Emu players that messes up their deck. But yeah, he'll be bound to find it off of the Saturn that gets replayed out. So he'll just put one down on this Saturn to swing 6. It's countered for 1k and he'll pop it. Maybe he finds it now. That's what happened to the last Emu. What is that? Nope, that's a 3k counter event. Okay, so we're gonna see Elders popped. Or coming out. This guy. So this one, you pay it on and then you trash a card in your hand to play out every Elder in your trash. 1 each. Unfortunately, only 4 of them are gonna come out. Unless he's been keeping out on us and it's actually in his trash already. So discards the Mars. It should just be 4, but maybe he did have all 5 anyway. That mother effer had all 5 already in the trash. He was just lying to us. Or I guess I must have missed it. And he does find one from the search, but yeah, he takes it now. I mean, even the Japanese casters were talking about it, so they must have missed it too, maybe? But yeah, he's got it now, so these are all 7Ks. How much does this deck cost with all these freaking Giga Kutami art? So he does have 5 Dons still remaining. Bro had it all along. Strung me along the entire time. Okay, so 8k from Nostro, debuffing this one to 10. Will Ace take his first hit of the game? He does need cards in hand. Does take it finally. And draws an extra card from his leader ability. And draws 2k counter. No, the 3k counter total. I think that's an Atmos. Okay, passes the turn. I guess he doesn't have 19 cards yet to make his leader a 6k. I think he's at 17, it looks like, from the way he's separating his trash. Okay, so is Ace gonna play... What do you guys think it is? A 3rd Whitebeard? Now, is this the turn to Iron Whitebeard into the 9 cost? And take a life, making yourself a 10k base? He's got this one in hand. Right, it gives his leader plus 2k power on the opponent's turn. We'll make him an 8k base, and then if he uses this effect, it stacks, so it'd be plus 4k. Right, so even if he was an 8k, that would be 1 Dawn on each of these guys to attack into him, because they're all buff to 7, thanks to Jupiter. Okay, we see the Iron Whitebeard into the blocker. Okay, so does he opt to take a life to be an 8k base at the very least? Yep, he does. And then this lets him draw 2, discard 1, and then put 2 Dawn onto a character and leader. He might drop this Blockbeard here. He doesn't need a 4th one, I don't think. He just needs counter. Yerp. And then here's the 2 Dawn. Oh, he took that life to make himself an 8k base. Okay, so this will be a 10k swing, and this will be a 14k swing. Potentially even higher, because he still has 2 Dawn here. 12, 14. Or he could play some Otamas, I guess. Now he needs 1 Dawn, 1 counter per hit from the Emu's board next turn. Okay, he's going 11, so it's not just a never existed plus a 1k, a 2k. No, one never existed and a 1k. He would need a 2k if he did put it on leader. If he's hesitant about it, that makes me think that he might have like a Radical Beam in his deck that he's hoping to get. He has 2 chances to draw into it with the Ezos. Okay, so he's going 11. So 11 and 14. So the 11 is blocked, and then he gets to draw a card afterwards. And he knocked his hand over by accident. Okay, let me see 12 at face. I guess you just take this one. Unless he wants to counter. Does he have counter for it? He has 7k here. That's not enough, actually. It would be both events and a 1k. Pretty steep. Would he want to go down to 1 life? And then I'm guessing he wants to keep the Mars as an attacker if possible. Or else, like, if he loses a blocker to defend his life, he loses an attacker as well, that way. Yeah, he might just counter out of this one. He blocks it? Okay. And he takes 14. Then why leave Dawn up at all? You could have burned more counter out of your hand if you weren't going to use your Dawn anyway. But I guess that gave him more flexibility with this turn. It just kind of sucks, right? You could have burned a lot more resources out of the Ace's hand if he had used it all. Because he did have the counter for it, he just had to use like 3 cards in his hand. And maybe he could have kept that Mars as an attacker for this turn. Yeah, again, ace is an 8k base right now, and these are all 7s. This is an 8, giving minus 2k to this one, countered for 1. Maybe he wouldn't have had Dawn to spare to put Dawn on it anyway. Right, because he needs 4 Dawn for the Elders and then Dawn for defense. So he does pop his Nostro with his lead ability to draw a card. And he picks up something that his hand is blocking, another Nostro. So he's got 9 Dawn left, 8 Dawn now. So this is 8 from Jupiter, or not. Okay, I'll erase everything I wrote. Dang, all these games are going to go 20 minutes long. Put Green Zoro back up here, his games are quicker. Okay, he's counting something out. Does 8 with the Valkyrie in the end. 8 into 8. So he's got 8 down left. So 4 of it will be for 5 Elders. And then I'm guessing 2 will be for defense, and then he has 2 down left over. To make this an 8, and then a Nostro that comes out into an 8. That makes sense to me. Takes this 8 and draws an extra card. Huh. Hoping for a Roger angle. He draws 2 of them. So yeah, Roger. If anyone's at 0 life, and then if he blocks, you win the game. So he is at 0, so he's set up perfectly. I can't believe he drew 2 of them, right? So that was Roger here. And then from his leader ability, he drew into a Roger. Double Roger. He's just destined to win, this guy. There's no stopping him, right? Both of his opponents were handed low roll starts. It's a favorable matchup for Ace to begin with, and then he just draws what he needs. He's the main character. So he does just play out the Elders here without committing any more Dawn. Everybody comes back. Everyone get in here. Is that what Grim Patron says? I forgot. It's been a while. Is it offensive for me to do that accent? I don't even know what that accent is. Is it like a European accent? Is it a Warcraft accent? Is it an Azerothian accent? Where's Grim Patron from? Actually, I don't know any Warcraft lore, so I shouldn't even be talking. Right? Aren't the orcs are like time travelers or something like that? Oh no, they're aliens. Or is that's Baldur's Gate, where the Gith are aliens? Dude, all my high fantasy is all mixed together. I don't know one from the other. The orcs are from like another dimension, right, or something like that. And then they came to Azeroth, and then okay, whatever. So onto the game. 8 from Nostro. Right, it was like their dimension was dying, so they came to Azeroth. But then something in Azeroth makes them go crazy. So some of them become bad guys, but they're not bad people. They're just diseased. Something like that. That's kind of all I know about Warcraft lore. Oh, and the Lich King. Lich King's cool as hell. So you did pop the Izo again. When your opponent attacks, you can just trash the Izo to draw a card, and then you can put 1 card in your hand back on the bottom of your deck. So it just helps you find that 2k counter that you need. There's so many outs with the freaking ace deck. So he uses the other Izo. Does he find what he need? He did find a 2k. You see? Find the out. There should be an Izo for every other color too. Right? That's only fair. Or something that is on par with Blue's effect of being able to cycle a card. Okay, so he countered 2k in the end with the Thatch. Passes the turn, so he's just going to play Roger here, and then it's going to be 12, 12, 12, 13, 6 unblockable. Let me redraw those numbers again. 12, 12, 12, 13, 6 unblockable. If he puts it here, I'm going to delete my YouTube channel. Oh no, oh no, oh no, wait, editor, cut that part out. If he puts it here, I'm going to delete my YouTube channel, so... Is he trying to do some math here? Oh, he plays out the 9-beard. Okay, we saw this in the last tournament, where all the ace players are too afraid to go ham on the Roger until they have a full board. So yeah, this one makes his lead into an AK base for another turn. He must be confident that he has enough counter for this. He did pick up a 3k counter, event counter here. But that's why he's careful about leaving his Dawn up. I forgot. This is the guy that runs Pyre Apple. Right, this card. Not just Radical Beam. So there is a point to him leaving Dawn up. It's higher than average chance for him to be able to actually get counter from all of his card draw effects. And then leaves all of his blockers up. Yeah, he just has to live a turn, and then he's good to go. Until Emu plays his unblockable effect, which he does not have. But yeah, ace is an 8k base. 8k but ace. Get it? 8k but ace. It's gonna go to overtime. You know what else is overtime? Me. It's time for me to be over this meta. So we got 8k from Nostro. That's a 1k. Yeah, he's got enough to defend all of this. So yeah, the overtime rules, I would explain it to you, but it's going to end within the next turn here. You just have to know that if everything's a tie, they play rock, paper, scissors to determine who wins. Right, this is Jonken, which is rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, Scissors. Oh, here's 8 from Jupiter. 8 at 8. Was that countered already? Or is he still thinking? I wonder if there's time rules for overtime. Can the Emu just stall and then win? No, that's unsportsmanlike. He would get like a reprimand for that. Oh, I guess it was already defended. I must have missed it. So he does pop the Nostro to draw a card. He does get another 2k if that helps. Defend against, what is it going to be? 12, 12, 12, 10, 6, 13. Okay, plays another 10 Elders. I don't know what this would do though. I think he knows it's over. Well, I guess he technically doesn't know that he has a Roger in hand. Oh, he discarded one. He had two, now he only has one. So the Emu player saw a Roger get discarded. Oh, no he didn't. No, he did not. It was from the Ezo, right? Place it in from your hand to the bottom of your deck. You don't need to show it to your opponent, so they don't know they had two Rogers. Or even one Roger right now for that fact. It's the paranoia factor. So yeah, Emu doesn't know that he's completely out of it. He's playing around the ace not having Roger. Which, yeah, he's doing what's correct there. Just defense up. Survive. Now, does he need all 4 Dawn up here? How many counter events? I see 2 at the very least. He could spare 2 Dawn on his leader to swing 8. But then it's easily just blocked for 12, you know? Did he pass? He passed. Okay, it's over. So we're going to see Roger finally come out. Yep, so everything is unblockable because 0 life. You see a 6 to start. Countered for 2. A 10 to Schmort. Countered for 6. 12 to Gart. That's a take. Oh, no, he has counter for it. He doesn't have enough. There's no way. Okay, there's 3. He needs a lot more than that. That brings it up to 9. Okay, he has enough for that one. Then a 12 to Shart. Takes. Then 12 to... Oh, it goes for the 13 first? Oh, wait. He's got to do his search trigger. Don't get too ahead of yourself, Ace. Let the Emu play out his turn. Picks up a 1k. 13 to Bart. And that's all that she wrote. Ace wins. Who is surprised? We've been seeing only Ace and Emu for the entirety of OP13 and EB03. That has yet to change. Gavin has gloves on now to hand off the trophy. So yeah, that's going to be your Hokkaido Championship Series tournament here. Ace takes yet another tournament. So yeah, what did you guys think of the entire series here? Are we ever going to see something that's not Ace or Emu make it to the end? That's left to be seen. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought of my commentary. Any feedback would be appreciated. I want to get better. And then again, if this is the first one you're watching, check out the other 2. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. I guess I'll keep doing these on Saturdays as long as they keep having these tournaments for now. I guess that'll be it. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.
Car D Kaizoku.